Nah. What is
Oh,
this?
we live now.
We didn't even talk about questions.
Hey,
Wow, with the throwback.
Wow.
throwback joint. You know, Kasari said,
Wow.
"Wow, there's a
Yo,
delay over
on,
who's
there
no?
on
on
the
that
Yeah,
side."
who's
delay?
There's a
echoing?
delay. Somebody gave up
West
a delay.
West
Everybody
Coast got a
looking confused.
delay.
Yo, we
No,
live.
Yeah.
Where's the intro? What y'all doing?
that's not us. Who is that?
I don't know. But
Jared's laughing because we don't have our stuff together.
Hey, listen. It's episode 227. This is how we started off. In the building, we got Jimmy and Brike Kasari, and we got Jared Sanders with us, and myself, Jay. So appreciate everybody. I don't know what Jimmy's signaling. He can't hear. You can hear. I'm not sure,
But
but let's get it together. And yeah, shout out to LNF in the comments already. So yeah, so what's good, everybody? Welcome.
what's
What's good? What's
popping?
good? What's
what
good?
up?
Not much. Well, first
My
things
bad.
first.
What's
Oh,
first?
good. You all right?
Yeah, I was getting all kinds of delays over here on this side. Go ahead.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah. So first things first, man. We got big news, sort of big news, even though he's been in the news. We got Sean P. Diddy, also known as Puffy Combs, getting raided
No,
by the
dude.
feds.
Right.
No Diddy. Yeah. So that made headlines yesterday, and it seems that his plane apparently flew from Miami to LA and then from LA to Antigua. So is he on the run? Has he been found? Like, what have you heard?
They didn't confirm he was on the plane though, right?
Nah, they never did.
You're right, they didn't. TMZ had some videos though of him at the airport and then talking to the feds. It seemed like so. Maybe he
Wait, he
didn't
was talking
leave.
to the feds and they didn't arrest him?
Nah, they never
Yeah,
did.
Okay.
that seems to be the case. And then there was also rumors that that plane that left to Antigua was full of like quote unquote evidence. But it looks like today I tracked it. It's back in the United States.
Mhm.
So I don't know how many planes he got, but
All of them.
You tracking his planes?
that's
He
that.
got flued out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So what y'all think?
About? Did he?
Yeah, did he?
Did he do?
Did he do it? No, did he? Like all this.
Yo, 50 Cent is going crazy right now with the trolling, man.
Bro.
Yeah.
We was just talking about that yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's-
I'm going to I'm gonna refrain from speaking on it till a little more information come out. I think it
Yeah,
sounds
wise man. What a
crazy
wise man.
though. I think it sounds crazy. Like so, yeah, I'm gonna say that. Like if I'm on the record for saying anything, hey, if the feds is jumping into this process at this point,
that ain't no joke.
all right, yeah,
Right, right.
Mhm.
No, that's
all I
facts.
know.
Because the feds got a good record. Like they don't arrest you. They don't try to do any of that unless they know that they gonna shut you down. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be a clear cut case. So I'm surprised by all of this. You know what I mean?
Who did
Yeah,
he
but
make?
what's up with
mad,
that?
man?
What's with
That's
that
my
Epstein client list though? That's what I'm saying.
You say what now?
I said, what's up with the Epstein client list though? Like nobody talking about that though, right?
What?
We
What?
worried about Diddy.
Why that dropped recently or
Nah,
No,
I'm
they
saying,
keep saying it's gonna drop and it never does.
No, nah. They're doing like a
Let's keep it a bean. Like that raid at Diddy's house, that was to scrub the evidence for the people that
facts.
they really want the information on. You know what I'm saying? That was the scrub the crib for that stuff. Diddy gonna be the fall guy.
Mhm.
That at least that's what it's looking like. It's looking like hey, somebody have to take the fall, bro.
Mhm.
It's,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, we'll put you in one of them cushy cells, but maybe let you fly somewhere where they don't extradite, people. But yeah. somebody's got to go to jail.
Facts.
That's interesting you said that, Jared, because I'm on the other side of the fence with that. I feel like there isn't anybody higher up.
What you think he's the higher? You think you
I-
think it stops at him?
Let me say this right. I obviously I believe that there are other people that are far worse and maybe more controlling than Diddy.
No,
But
no,
I
no. I
think-
mean in relation, like related to this. I'm not talking about anybody else that's doing. We ain't talking about Dan Schneider or nothing like that.
Yeah, no, I'm saying Diddy is the top.
Oh, nah.
Pause.
I don't think there's
Pause.
anybody else.
Pause.
All right, pause.
Whoa,
No
my
Diddy.
God, Diddy, good.
No
No
Diddy.
Diddy.
God.
No Diddy.
This
Um,
guy is
man,
flagrant today.
Yo, this topic.
Already
man.
starting.
Yeah.
So there's
So yeah, I think
Yo.
he's the
Okay, so you think he's the top of the
You don't wanna
food chain?
talk.
You think
Yeah.
he's top of the
He's top of
food
the
chain?
food
You
chain.
think
I
he's
think
the he's the
everything's
apex
catching up.
predator? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think everything's catching up. You had the situation with what's her name?
Cassie.
Yeah, Casey, which was a topic of ours, but we never discussed
Oh,
it. We had
Cassie.
yeah,
Yeah.
Cassie. We had the court docs, right, and the things that he was doing to her that was revealed, which was pretty crazy, and definitely very concerning. So I think he's the
I don't think so. I
I
don't
think
think
he's
so.
caught up. Oh, okay. So
I don't-
you feel he's a fall. You agree with Jared.
I do.
He's the fall guy. Okay.
I do. I don't. I think Diddy's just another piece of the puzzle. You know what I'm saying? I think somebody had to groom him. Someone had to let him in the door to do what he had to do. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
It ain't. I don't
Man.
think it stops. At
I just
Diddy.
don't think the head of the criminal organization is the black guy. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
exactly.
Like,
That's
I
what,
just
exactly.
there's something, you know what I'm saying? Just call it
Nah.
coincidence. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
I don't see the head of the enterprise being the black guy. Nah,
Nah,
he don't got enough money to play with the people that really can finance these kind of operations and rings. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he's got enough investment in the infrastructure to be able to traffic that kind of stuff. I think it goes way up all the way to the government level. But that's me being a conspiracy theorist. So anybody who listening,
Hey, I'm here for that.
it's all presumption.
Right.
I don't know anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It just
We don't know anything about Hillary Clinton, man. We don't know anything about Hillary.
All right, so you name a
Oh,
name. Hey,
Lord.
you want to be in that circle of death? I'm good.
Yeah,
Like,
nah,
I'm good. Hey, nah, I don't know nothing about Schmillery Schminton. Like, I can't even speak. I know nothing about it.
yeah. No,
Like,
thank
so-
you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So this is all stemming from another lawsuit from a producer, right?
That's
Lil
where.
Rod.
That's what started it right there.
And supposedly Diddy they were doing cocaine, groping the guy, supposedly young
SA,
what's the name?
yeah.
Miami, young
Down Miami, yeah.
Yeah,
is
Miami
part
Pride
of the
playing the
sex, is a
transport.
sex
Yeah,
worker,
yeah,
and
Yeah.
transport. Yeah, sounds
so
crazy.
all this stuff is coming out.
They got your man
And-
Cuba Gooding Jr. in there,
I saw that.
You
seen that?
today too.
Yeah.
bro. Your man is.
Wasn't he on the Epstein
Was he?
too?
Was he on the list?
All
Was he
right,
on the
so
list?
this the question I got for everybody, because everybody float around the term Epstein List, right?
Oh yeah.
So I'm always wondering, like, what is there to take from people being on the list of people that went to Epstein Island? Does that mean that everybody who went there partook in something, or are we doing one of them guilty by association type things where, like, we presumably know what Epstein did, and so anybody who was partying with Epstein, we just gotta assume they a creep too? Is that low key like the deductive reasoning people are using? Like that's the question I got. It's like, like Grant Hill. Remember Grant Hill back in the day? I remember he told a story where, like, he took a picture with a dude who was a gangster and he didn't know it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't know the dude was a gangster. And like that picture of him next to that gangster almost had like him lose endorsements over that. Like people was hitting his phone up like, hey, you can't be with this dude. And so is this one of them? Like, because we know presumably the terrible things that Epstein was involved with. So now we presume anybody that was kicking it with him had to be, a creep too. Like,
I think so.
Dang, all right.
I think so because like when they were talking about because when they said the list, like, oh, we're gonna drop the list, and then like when you actually like the news dropped the list of names, but then when you start reading it, you be like, come on, yo, like really? Like it had Michael Jackson on there, right? Oh, Michael Jackson was on the list, he was on the island. And then when you start reading it, like, oh nah, he was at his house getting financial advice. Like, bro. So they just threw all the names up there on the list. And everybody else, people who just skim through the headlines, they be like, oh, Michael Jackson was at Epstein Island. Like, nah, bro, he was at his house. I mean, I don't know if that makes it any better, but you know what I mean? But as far as him going,
But
right,
what
he
he's
was at his
saying
house.
is everyone on that list are they guilty by
That's what I'm saying.
That's what
I'm
it
saying,
is. That's what it
are they
is.
all guilty? Like,
I
or,
don't think
or
we
are
can
we
say
just
that. No,
presuming that they're guilty because of the person that they associated with?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because to me, the natural deductive reasoning says where there's smoke, there's fire, right?
Mm.
But there's also a level of understanding where it's like, yo, I be, every now and again, I find myself in places doing the ministry, you know what I'm saying, kicking it with old homies and old family members where, like, if you saw the people I was around,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, the nature would be like, I don't know if you need to be around them people, but like those are my people though.
Right,
So
right.
so I'm always kind of cautious, and that's why I said like it don't look good though. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like so that's kind of where I'm landing on it. Whereas a lot of people just is assuming that because they knew dude or they was at one of Diddy parties, like now everybody, you know what I'm saying, they involved
Right.
in some kind of trafficking, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like that's kind of a broad brush.
No, that's facts, man. We don't think that about Lecrae at all. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Nah, I'm saying, I don't think everybody who was on the island is guilty. You know what I'm saying?
Why they want
I feel like the Mossad and Epstein definitely were trying to line up people who have power. You know what I mean? And I don't think a lot of the dudes who got caught up really knew what they was getting themselves into either, because apparently Epstein was trying to catch him. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't think everybody, but I'm not I'm not letting you watch my
Nah.
kids. I'm not letting you baby. If your name is on the list, you're not watching my babies. You know what I mean?
I feel like.
Nah,
For real.
that's wild. That's wild,
Yeah,
right?
man. Yeah, man.
Well, I
So,
think in the case of Cuba Gooding, there was like allegations against him as well
yeah, there was.
with the whole Epstein thing, and then now with
yeah.
this lawsuit. And who's to say with this lawsuit? Because Diddy's lawyers obviously responded, and they're like, "This is all lies. This is another person that's trying to just get a payday."
But that's default though. Everybody's supposed to say that. You both
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
all right. So let's be real. If these are the allegations, do you really think anybody's attorney is gonna be like,
He did
yeah,
it.
we made some mistakes?
Right. And they said the
we
same thing with Cassie too. They were like,
we probably
"Nah,
shouldn't have partied at 1 a.m.
she's looking
with all those minors. It's saying like, yeah, that didn't look. I mean, we was just playing Twister. I
Why you
promise.
said 1 a.m. though?
You know what I'm saying? Because like, I'm just saying,
Is that like a
like,
certain time? Like or when they send
it's
you a
just,
text like, "Yo, you got to leave by this time,"
yeah,
should
you
you
know what I'm
leave
saying?
at
Like,
that time?
yeah, it's just I'm just like, I don't know too many attorneys and representation that's basically gonna concede to an allegation unless
Right.
they're gonna beat the charges before they get there. Like if Diddy would have, when these allegations started swirling, if he'd have said, listen, I'm a flawed man, you know what I'm saying? I found myself engaging in some things that were improper, but I didn't do anything criminal. Like if he'd have did that, like I low-key feel like he might have took some of the smoke off him. Like, and then he could have been like, now these other people, because when the feds bring up charges and bring up a case and they build up a case, what they're really doing is like they're seeing who's gonna snitch first.
Right.
Like they're like, hey, we got you, we got such and such on, you know what I'm saying? And they saying they know some things. I'm gonna give you an opportunity to let me know. And if Diddy would have said to his attorney, listen, dog, tell them, yeah, We had some late night parties and things got wild sometimes, but it wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? I probably should have controlled the situation more. He probably would have less heat than he does now, because now the internet is internet. You know what I'm saying? They taking any bit of information. Oh, remember that time that Diddy was in the swimming pool with such and such? Remember that time he had this conversation with Fabulous? Like, why you don't party with me no more? Now everybody immediately is like, he guilty. It's over with. It's clipped. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes people could get ahead of those charges before they get too crazy. And now the internet then took a hold of it. So somebody going to jail.
Yeah. Yeah, and the story is viral too. You know what I'm saying? So the internet already is like, yo, this man's guilty.
Period.
He did all of it. You know what I mean? And
All of it.
Whatever they said.
exactly.
If
And
he didn't
more.
do it, they're gonna add it.
He did that. Look at your man, he boss switch.
So would
That's
so would
crazy.
Lecrae be guilty for attending Diddy party? We don't know if he attended a Diddy party. He just
Yeah,
said-
because all
he said he attended a
he
Diddy
did
party.
he
not.
said a
No.
celebrity
He
party.
said he went to a celebrity
Yeah,
party.
he didn't
That's-
say
No,
he
he did. He did mention that he went to a
No, he
couple
did.
Diddy parties.
Yeah,
he
he
said
did say
I've been
that.
to a couple Diddy parties, and then the parties that he talked about, he didn't specify if they were Diddy parties or not. But he did say I've been to a couple Diddy parties.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Yeah,
that party.
it's the connection piece, like that's kind of egging me right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, because going to some Diddy parties and then going to some other parties and then knowing that Diddy is having these criminal allegations brought up, like we like, oh snap, he went to Diddy parties, he went to some parties, he went to the Diddy parties, that was the parties. And it's like, I don't
I mean,
know.
He did. He did say the freak offs happened. So I mean, I
on,
don't
like,
know.
he definitely saw. He
He did
definitely
say that.
saw what
Yeah.
some things.
Yeah, come on, man. It's freakazoids at the parties, man. Ain't nothing good happening at 3:00 in the morning with cocaine in the room.
No.
Like, there's nothing good that's coming out of
Right.
that. So, like, the fact that your man's was out there, like, I don't know. It looks like it's 2:59. Let's see what's here. Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, that's not a good look. You know what I'm saying?
What's
It's
going
not
on over here?
yeah. I wonder what's behind that door. They
And he
said
got the
it's
warning.
locked.
When you got the fair
You
warning.
got the
He
warning,
did.
and then he was like, "Oh man, I saw some things. I bet you did.
Yeah.
You should have listened." Like,
Right.
you think they're just making these stories up?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
the fact that somebody had enough consideration to tell your man's that though, and be like, "Hey,
That was a no.
you don't need to be here after this time." He's like, "Oh well, I looked at my watch and I'm 15 minutes late." Nah. I don't know. You might want to chill, bro.
Right. Yeah. Well, yo, not
I
only
wouldn't have told
not-
that
not
story.
only-
I ain't gonna
yeah,
cap.
Not
wouldn't
only,
have told
not only chill, but like you see something going down on the couch and you run upstairs. Why?
Listen,
Like,
I'm
let me
not
investigate. I'm gonna go
not telling that
upstairs.
story. I'm not telling that story. Considering the narrative, I don't know that man.
Nope.
I ain't never seen that man. Like, yeah,
I never heard his music.
I ain't never heard
Who
a
is he?
song from that man. Like, nah.
Les said he was back in 1993. He was at a Diddy party. Wow.
Oh man.
Yo, Les, we're not friends no more, bro.
Yo,
Nah, I'm just playing.
That's
But
not
yo,
it.
it's funny. I was talking to my coworker today, and he was telling me about some of the celebrity parties and the after parties, and then the after parties. And he was talking about how in an after party there was like one situation where they send the code, and in order to get to that after party, you have to like put that code or say that code, and they'll be able to allow you into the whole party and all that. It's crazy, bro.
It's creepy.
And then there'll be an
It's creepy.
after party, which is like to the next day, and it's like, wow.
vampires. Man.
Yeah, it's creepy that anytime you got to go to a crib where it's a camera in every room,
Nah.
like you got to know that the extortion got to be at an all-time high. B.
Right.
Like, it's like, come on, how you got all that footage on your hard drive? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, sir, I'm not, like, I'm not gonna be there. Like, oh, you got cameras in here? Oh, every room, huh? Oh, man, that's nice. Yeah, like, I wonder what the security dude thinking, like, you know what I'm saying, going through the footage, you know what I'm saying, just thinking of how much data is on them videos.
Well, that's
You know
what
what
they
I'm
came
saying?
for, right? They hit
That's
they hit
what
the
the
hard drive.
feds, yeah,
Yeah.
but I think that's what the feds was like, yo, who else was here?
Mm.
I think that's what that was about. And if they happen to see somebody that they was really after, because like I said, I think Diddy's the fall guy. I think initially this was to like they knew it was happening. He ticked some people off. They had to nail somebody to the cross, if you will. But they're really looking for the people higher up. Like how we talking about the feds here, right?
Mhm.
Like somebody gave that command
Right.
and they told them what to look for. Like, and so my perspective on that is like, come on, B. Like, y'all not just looking for Diddy's footage here. Like, y'all are looking for who else was at this party. And if y'all do have people y'all need to protect at the highest of top secret levels,
wow.
you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we gonna scrub the files. Get
Mm.
him and them little low-level minions he got. Let's keep them other names out of that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's what I genuinely believe this is. I think Diddy is just we eating low vibrational food right now, getting hype about Diddy. I'm like, Diddy ain't the problem. Like
Right.
Diddy is a symptom.
Right.
Yeah.
What do
Hey,
you guys think about in the photos that were released? They had his son, both his sons, at the house, and they got arrested. Meanwhile, he's not there. What y'all think about that?
What a guy.
I don't really think nothing of it.
right. Right. I
It
mean,
is
that's
what
that's
it
just,
is,
yeah,
bro.
that's just going to happen. Like when you get a warrant served, at your house, everybody getting arrested and at least detained. You know what I'm saying? While they're doing the investigation. You know
Oh,
what I
they
mean?
finna pinch him all. They finna pinch him all.
Yeah, they're gonna press him too because
They
I
be like,
I
hey.
seen that they got that white boy. They saying he a drug mule now. They're gonna press him and they're gonna try to get him to flip on
Oh
something,
yeah,
man, for
he
sure.
look
Because
like
he don't look like he built for that
he look
that
like he
life.
gonna sing,
Yeah,
boy.
yeah.
Oh man, I already see them bringing him some Krispy Kreme and coffee. Oh,
That's
he's about
100.
Dang.
That's 100.
yeah,
He
gonna
do. He
tell.
do. He looked
Yeah,
like it was him,
yeah.
the dude with the socks right there, the Oakland Raiders hat. Yep, him too.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I got a Raiders hat today, man. I gotta take that
That's
off.
why he said that.
Yo, on another note, where do we but all right, for you, Jared, I'll say you being in the frame of hip hop, right?
yeah.
Believers, where do we stand with all this, right? Because like someone like Diddy, he's not getting grace from a lot of places, right? There's like, dude, you're done, you did this, you're with minors, you're all this, right?
Right.
And it's like,
Gave up revolt.
where do we kind of say, hey, bro, like you need the Lord in your life, or hey, bro, this is happening because this and that. Like, how do we accept this as believers? Because I feel like in a sense there's been like we hear a lot of testimonies about, yeah, I was in the hood, I was doing this, I was doing that. I don't hear nobody saying, yo, I was a pedophile when I was young. Like, you know what I mean? No one bravely champions that, right? So it's like, where do the saints fall when it comes to situations like this, right? Whether it's minors, pedophiles, right? Because I know Jimmy say send them to the wood chipper, right?
Yeah,
But at the same time, it's like, yo, they're all sinners just like us, right? So I guess what's your stance on that?
I think the Bible is pretty consistent. Like when you're dealing with people with unrepentant sin, like sometimes you gotta let them be. Like that's them. Like, hey, bro. Like I'm pretty confident that to get to this place in Diddy's life, he didn't get here without somebody being like, whoa, like what you doing? Like this is weird. Like don't like why are you doing that? Like, and if you have to lead people to their reprobate mind at that point, and it's like because I think that's why it's so difficult for the principle of rich people is like it's harder to get a camel through the eye of a needle. Like it's low key because once you get to that level of success and popularity and fame and fortune, like you feel like you are God. Like so you don't necessarily think about leaning to a higher power. You know what I'm saying? And if you do, when you get to that level and that status, a lot of that stuff is unchecked because who gonna check me? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like you in my $40 million mansion right now. This is mine, and I've earned this, and those are the times where, I'm pretty confident there was people in this circle year after year after year who was like, hey dog, like, nah. And he was like, I'm gonna do what I want. So the Christian response, in my opinion, is sometimes you got to turn people over that they reprobate mind, man. Unrepentant sin. I don't, we're kind of in this interesting place where we act like grace is unlimited. Like grace is sufficient. Like God's grace is sufficient. But when you recognize that your portion is Christ, right? And you got a guy like Diddy out here thinking that even to a lesser degree, and maybe not lesser degree, like, where, even somebody like Ye could be in an interview and candidly say, like, I'm God. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when you get to that point, you pray for people, you intercede for them. If you have an opportunity to, touch base with them and be like, hey, bro, like, I don't know if that's the way. God always provides a means of escape, bro. Like, there's time for you to say, let me stop being a lusty demon. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me stop sending these young joints in here on these minivans and doing these lines of coke. Like, this is years and years of unrepentant sin. And those are the people that you gotta be like, hey, I'm gonna let the Prince of the Air get a hold of you, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's your consequence for playing that game for too long, man.
Gotcha. Man.
Right.
And we have seen them around Jake's, right? We've seen them around other. I'm sure there's other popular preachers that have been around them, and
I think that's all status does. Like, status has an aroma, though. You know what I'm saying? Success and fame has an aroma. Like, because that air gets real thin at the top. You know what I'm saying? Like, them people ain't shopping at the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? Like, them people ain't driving around in Honda Civics. You know what I'm saying? They got concierge services that fold their laundry, man. Like, and when you get to that level of financial success and stability, you're really talking about looking to your left and right. And it's only but so many people that even understand the conversation that you could talk.
Right.
And so those are the people that Diddy is hanging with. Like, Diddy is hanging with people that also can feel like they're gods too. And that goes all the way to ministers of the gospel, and this is not a indictment on Jakes at all, but it is to say that, like, Jakes has gotten to the point of popularity and success and visibility. Like, George W. Bush called him to pray for America after 9/11. You know what I'm saying? You're not talking about just any guy. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about a guy who, in general consensus of America, if they saw a picture of TD Jakes, whether they were Christian or not, they would at least have some idea who he is. Like, so when you have that kind of visibility, you only gonna poly with people that know what that kind of visibility looks like oftentimes. So yeah, TD Jakes might have showed up at one of them parties. He might have, because he got invited. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't too many parties you're gonna go to where you could be in a $40 million mansion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like a feather in the cap for some people. I don't know, man. I just, if all of these things are true, this is what I'll leave with. If these things are true, I pray for their souls, dog, because that consequence is heavy. And God is not to be mocked, dog. So, like, I don't want nobody on the other side of that eternal separation. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, pray for those families that have been affected, that were manipulated, that were used, all of the people that are going to have to be really bold and confident in this time and this season where they're going to have to recover, seeing constantly the villain that allegedly has been a part of their own mental and emotional distress, like being constantly bombarded by that information on television and social media. Like, pray for them and they sanity.
True. Very true.
That's crazy, man.
Very true.
Good stuff. Kyle Manning said, I had the opportunity to preach the gospel to Puffy in 1999. All right.
That's what's up.
Yo, he
I
bought
bet you
that
did.
Clearly,
Stevie Nicks is
clearly it
wild.
ain't. Clearly, it ain't work. Nah, that's no.
Yo, Cal, your anointed's not there, bro.
Nah, I ain't say that. I ain't say that. Like, I ain't say that, bro.
These come out through prayer and fasting, man.
Right.
Nah, that ain't work. Nah, it just, some people just dead, man. And that's the miracle of the gospel, dog. Like, the miracle of the gospel is that it wakens the dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, dead in spirit and you know what I'm saying? Dead people they can't hear nothing, bruh. They ain't trying to hear that. Like Diddy in 1999 was in videos with Biggie, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
a little bit, before that, a couple years before that, but you know what I'm saying? He out here, take that with the Versace shades on. He ain't, have you heard about our Lord Jesus Christ? He's like, oh, Jesus. What you mean? Take that.
He doing the Harlem Shake, yeah.
Or he's like,
Special
I got
delivery.
Jesus. I got Jesus. Look at all this money. Look at
Yeah,
everything I got.
Jesus love me. Look at all this money. You know what I'm saying? No, it ain't work, Pastor. It ain't work. Oh, nah, you real. That's real. Yeah, I'm not a savior. Yeah, nah. It's all jokes, bro. It's all jokes, I swear.
Oh man!
Shout out to everybody on the YouTube comments. Prody the Prodigal, big salute to Jerry Sanders. Everybody on Instagram and everybody on Twitter too. So shout out to everybody there. We appreciate it. If you haven't already, hit the like button, share this with a friend, coworker, anybody, and make sure you hit the subscribe button. Before we get into how Rick Ross got exposed, TNC has been working on something behind the scenes. And we want to drop a little teaser about it and then talk about Rick Ross. So for our audio only listeners, there is no words. It's just a simple video, but you'll probably see the video on our socials at That's Not Christian. So make sure you follow on there. Here it is. And there you go. It's a little teaser there. Yeah.
So what was that? What was that you just played?
Yeah, what was that?
So audio only listeners, we have a new show coming out with Ant and Wander, who's a producer, and they're gonna talk about sneakers. So yeah, there's some episodes already in the works, and hopefully we can launch this month. So keep on lookout, and we'll share more details as the days get closer. So appreciate everybody,
man.
Yeah, appreciate it. All right, so Rick Ross gets exposed. This happened a few weeks back for wearing a fake $3.5 million AP watch.
Okay.
Now,
You threw me off because like the topic was about something else, and then you said he got exposed. I'm just waiting, like I'm just bracing myself. Like, what did this dude do?
well,
But he was wearing a fake watch. Okay.
Yeah, he was wearing a fake watch, and he got exposed, right? Because the internet is pretty crazy. So
I feel like that's being fiscally responsible, though. You know what
Yo,
I mean?
I'm
Like,
rocking fake everything if I'm Rick Ross.
You know what I mean? That's how I
I'm
feel.
all my coins. What you talking about? I'm about to get the moissanite chain and everything. B. Like, I'm gonna be shining. You ain't gonna know. Like, you ain't gonna know. The only way you gonna know the difference is when you heat it up. When it changed colors,
when you start sweating.
When it's when the diamond, because a diamond you heat it up really high, it's not gonna turn black. You know what I'm saying? Like moissanite, the difference is the heat.
Right.
Like if you heat it up too high, like moissanite will turn black.
Like what do you mean? Like you at the you in Miami, you at the beach, and like
no, set it up with fire, like fire.
Okay.
Like because moissanite a lot of times is brighter, it's more brilliant of a stone. You know what I'm saying? It's a more brilliant stone, but the separator is like when you heat it up, you can put on a moissanite chain, it passes diamond test. You know what I'm saying? Like, but Rick Ross, I thought all the celebrities was doing it. You know what I'm saying? I thought they was all rocking fake stuff. I'm like, why would you pay $5 million for that? Like, you ain't got that much money. Like, come on, like we ain't all that rich. You know what I'm saying? These jewelers come in with these briefcases full of fake diamonds and moissanite diamonds, man.
Right.
Like
Mhm.
that.
Yeah,
Like,
Jacob
y'all
got
ain't gotta
sued for
lie.
that too.
Yeah. It's like, just if you gonna get, because to me, I respect more if you get a non-bust down AP. Like
Mhm.
if you get a Prezi plain Jane or something like that. To
Mhm.
me, that's the status is the watch.
Yeah.
Like busting it down just decreases the value anyway. So
Right.
Right.
as long as
Most
you get
people don't know anything about stones to begin with.
yeah, it's like if I'm what listen, I'm a one of these days I'm gonna play a game. I'm gonna really get some moissanite pieces out here. I'm gonna get moissanite in my teeth.
Let's
I'm
go.
gonna get moissanite grill. The
Come
joint
on.
gonna be shining from down the block.
In the forehead.
They'll be like, "Dang, you really making some money, bro. You really making some money." I'll be like, "Yup." Like
All from Timu.
straight up, I low key told my wife. She laughed at me, but I said, "Hey, if I got you a moissanite diamond ring right now, a moissanite ring right now, you would never know. You would think we were just balling,
Right.
like because that joint gonna hit the sunlight, bling down the
Yep.
street, and you ain't gonna know I paid $500 for that joint.
Right.
I
Yeah.
thought Chad gave y'all game, man. Chad Ocho Cinco gave y'all game, man. He said I rock
100%.
nothing but fake jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you're
Yeah.
gonna think I got it anyway.
Right.
Right.
You just gonna
See,
assume
but
that.
what makes that respectable is the fact that he was honest about the fact that it was fake, whereas Rick Ross was trying to act like it was real.
Yes,
Yeah.
he did.
Why we
tried to
why we
flex.
do that though? Like why we do that? This is a real question I got for people. Why is exposure culture so like big nowadays? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it like our way to feel better about ourselves?
100%.
Like, cause low key, I'm kind of thinking like I would have never known Rick Ross was rocking fake nothing if somebody else didn't expose it. I would just assume that it's all his. You know what I'm saying? Like I would just assume he's not renting none of these cars. They're his cars.
Mhm.
Cause like I'm not big on pocket watching, and I know where like I know the kind of money I sit on. Like, but I don't play like they do. You know what I'm saying? And I know that it's not very difficult to acquire a lot of money when you have that kind of capital on hand, like a Rick Ross or something like that. I kind of know. I just assume that if they're wise with their money, you know what I'm saying, like they could have America's for sale. These dudes could be way richer than they are,
Right.
and just present a certain way. So, exposure culture is kind of like it's a ick to me. Like I ain't gonna cap, it's a ick. It makes me feel like, golly, like we can't even be happy. Why we can't just let them fake? Like what? I don't care. Like,
Well,
Right.
I
But
think
yeah.
I think a part of it though is that the guy that I don't
The
I'm
guy
not
who
sure,
mentioned
but
it, right?
The guy who mentioned it
Nico.
is like a watch. He's a
oh
jeweler,
yeah,
right?
them dudes.
Wasn't it
them
his?
dudes-
It was
Watch-
his
they
though,
watch
right?
Buster.
So
Oh,
Oh, that
so
look fake. That look fake.
so- well, this is the real one.
Ah, that's
right?
the real one.
So Nico,
It
It
look
still look,
fake.
it still look fake.
It looks fake as a mug. It just like, why would you want something that bust down, bro? Like that
So-
don't even look like the watch. Like what is that? Like what
It's
brand?
the Rick
That's an
Ross-
AP.
that's
Rick
an
Ross
AP,
look
yeah.
better.
Yeah, why would I want to?
And this is a rare
AP.
this is a
Yeah,
rare
that's
watch
the
too,
thing.
right? This
Yeah,
is
yeah,
like
that-
one
He
out
said
of
the- like 8.
eight
That looks
watches
like-
in the world.
That looks like they
Yeah.
gave it away like when the Green Lantern dropped and you
Come
get it with
on,
the
man, it
DVD.
do, bro.
So
Like, some
Ross
of
was
them
popping his
for real,
collar
they
like,
look
yeah, I'm
fake.
one of the 8 that got this watch.
Rick
Right,
Ross was-
right.
And
I
it was
got
like,
number
nah,
9.
you ain't got that watch. Stop capping.
That's crazy, bro. Like, but why? Like, let him be
But
fake,
Jared,
man.
to your response, could it be also that people are watch purists? There's people that like if you ask Ant, I'm gonna rock some fake sneakers from AliExpress, like he might be like, nah, bro, you bugging, bro. Like you can't be rocking no fake sneakers.
I'm not knocking people that want to be purists. Like the
Right.
issue isn't that you observe when something is fake. I don't think that's the issue. The issue is that we publicize that something is fake so that everybody else now knows that somebody is faking. Like it's the exposure culture, the call out culture. Like, he got the fake J's. And it's like, yo, the internet too crazy these days, bro.
Yep.
Like cats be really out here like, oh, you see that right there? That glue on the base of that Jordan right there, that's how you know it's
That's
fake.
that's
And they rocking in fake. But then they throw, it's not enough to just know that, right?
Mm.
It's not enough to know that. Because if you hoop, right? This is a perfect example. If you hoop, you're gonna know if somebody could hoop just by playing the game. Like you don't have to tell everybody else that they can't hoop. Because when people who are hooping against them, they're gonna know. Like they're gonna recognize it. They're leaving the court and be like, you trash. Like that to me, it's not necessary. We see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the people that's the purists of it all, you know what I'm saying, that see the fake J's or the fake shoes or the fake jewelry or the fake watches, like they know. The issue is when, like in the 2000s, we started going on the internet, making whole social media profiles and being like, yeah, you see those shoes they had at the Oscars? Those aren't really Valentinos. Those are Bobby Valentinos. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like, dang, like, come on, like, what we doing, bro? Like, you really want, because I'm gonna be honest. You gas up and say Rick Ross watch is fake if you want, but what if he got real people that pull up on you though? And be like, hey, why you trying to slander my man's though?
So he boss says, is it possible that Rick Ross bought it thinking it was genuine?
Sure it is.
Possible.
Sure it is. It's fake jewelers all the time.
Oh, here's a good one, Kyle, because Rick be flossing and putting others down. Now that's true. The rappers be like, you can't mess with no broke. You driving that Honda Accord, da 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 da.
But low key though, and this is something I observed about the braggadocious nature of hip hop. A lot of times the talking down on people is like rich rappers talking to other rich rappers. Like they're like, I got this and you don't have this. Like a lot of the ones that's like super duper famous, like I think it's hecka corny when they talk about dudes that's broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, but usually when you're talking about people that get to the top of the food chain, they talking about what they have versus their competition. Like Drake don't see me. You know what I'm saying? Like Drake ain't stunting on me when he pull up in a Cullinan. He ain't stunting on me. Like he's stunting on the other rappers who don't have a Cullinan. Like, so I don't feel no type of way about it. Like, but at the same time, I can understand the initial point and presupposition that the pastor was talking about, though. I get it. But there's also a part of me that, like, we playing a different game than those super successful rappers. Like, we regular people not playing that game. Like, I ain't gonna never walk into a store and see no AP. Like, I ain't never gonna walk. Yeah.
Hey, Jerry, they saying this is the get back for D1.
Y'all don't want me to do that.
Oh man,
brother.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that, brother. All right. Kyle says again, if you are bragging and boasting, you are going to get called out. Okay.
By who though?
I kind of agree with Kyle on that though, because the guy that called out Rick Ross, I mean, he was flexing all his cars and jewelry too, like as if he was rich also, because the way Rick Ross came back at him was like, oh, you work in a cubicle and this, and I got this and that. And he was like, Rick Ross was like showing his cars and stuff like that. And apparently he misnamed one. I don't know, because I'm not even remotely in that tax bracket, but the dude was like basically telling him like, you don't even know what car this is and blah blah blah. Like it was just a pissing contest, like them going back and forth.
Pride.
And that's exactly what it is. So I kind of feel like it's pride on both ends. It's pride if you're sitting here trying to flex on people, and then it's pride to be like, look at him, he's fake. But then Rick Ross came back with even more pride, and it just was like, I don't know. It was the whole thing was whack to me, but it was funny at the same time.
Yeah. I would say though that Nico is the jeweler out in I want to say England or Scotland, around there. And he's pretty big and he has a huge jewelry business out there, so he knows what he's talking about. And he's similar to here in New York. There's this guy, I don't know if you guys seen him online, Tracks NYC. He's been in like movies and stuff like that, and his story is pretty crazy. But the fact that he's known to be like the watch guy out in Europe, to be calling him out and call Rick out about it, and say, hey, this is one of 8, whatever. And I even had this watch and showed it. So I don't know. I think it was well deserved. I think he should have done it that way. and kind of defend himself in that he's not a little piglet, right? As Rick calls him.
Wait, he called him a piglet.
He called him a piglet like 4 times.
4 times, yeah, because he's a bigger dude.
Hey, little piggy.
Yeah.
Now
And
that
then he's
Rick
like,
Ross
"Oh,
What
you
is Rick
little
Ross?
cubicle, whatever." Yeah.
Now that Rick
exactly.
Ross lost weight, he's calling people piglet.
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
hilarious.
Exactly.
How much weight did he lose? He's still a big dude though, right?
I mean, yeah, but he was definitely I had to pause for a second in my mind because
I feel you. Yeah. Say less. Say less.
Yeah, but I mean, he probably dropped about 100 pounds, man.
Okay.
But through exercise, of what he called Ross Fit. You know what I'm saying? Ross Fit.
Yeah, he was on the CrossFit. The CrossFit
Yeah,
gave
he
him
was
back for a while. He
yeah,
didn't do nothing.
Yeah, nah. I think he low key. He's still. You know what I'm saying? He's still obese. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely Richard Ross still. I don't think he get to call himself Rick Ross until he drop another 100 pounds, man. Like, you're Richard. You're Richard. All right, Richard.
Richard.
All right. So we off this Rick Ross fake watch then?
Yeah, I would say so. That ain't my weight class at all, man. I don't know nothing about it.
All the way around.
I wouldn't be able to tell.
I got an Apple Watch. That's all I know.
For real.
Hey, that's fame. That's success to a lot of people, bro.
That bad. So what else you got? You got
I got more rappers.
More rappers. This is the hip hop episode. We got Kendrick. This is Drake, right? What's that about?
Yeah.
Are we talking about the big three? Is that what we talking about?
Nah, it's only Big Me.
Yeah.
Like, ain't no big three. It's Big Me, man. That was funny because we in the chat about it.
Yeah.
We in the chat about it. Like, low key, I feel like, and I think Armand articulated this perfectly. Shout out to Armand, but he said, like, Drake and Cole are like the kids that are outside playing. And like, you know, Kendrick was the kid that, like, when he got home, he knew he had chores and he had homework to do. So he see his friends like outside enjoying themselves. So he looking out the window just mad that they out here having all the fun. And so when he's seeing Cole and Drake on this first person shooter and, you know, talking about that they winning the Super Bowl and playing chess, it's just him and Drake playing chess on the chessboard, like him and Himothy, you know what I'm saying? Right. And Kendrick is over here like, what? Right. I know y'all ain't out here having fun.
Well, I'm doing chores.
Like, I know y'all ain't out here having fun. Me with these two kids and having this album about therapy and all this. I know y'all ain't about to sit up here and try to stun on me, acting like y'all the two moving the chessboard. So I'm gonna show y'all something. And so he came outside and decided to rap. Yeah. I think that this was more for Drake. I don't think that this really was for Cole like that for real at all. The more that I listened to it, I was like, Drake the one that got to respond.
Right.
Like, it ain't like Cole, people rooting for Cole to respond because he been on this crazy run, but that's just not his MO. Like, that's not his style. He don't jump outside for wars and battles. And personally, he got wet up because he was sitting in the car, man. Like, when you you can't be sitting in the car with the ops, bro, and think that I'm about to be like, oh no, let me squint extra hard to make sure I only hit the op. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm spraying the whip up. It's your fault you was in the car.
Yeah.
And that's what I think happened. Like, Cole was collateral damage from the war of words that Kendrick and Drake have been on for this whole time.
Right. And people don't know that. Maybe some people don't know is that Drake and Kendrick have been sneak dissing each other for a very long time.
Yeah.
Since Control. Like, since Control, they then had a silent feud with each other, man. Like, they've slowly in interviews, and well, you don't see Kendrick in interviews, but he do it over the records. Drake do it in interviews and the records, and, you know, pew, pew, pew. And, you know, it just so happened that Drake seems like he's making more and more enemies. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, now he got beef with Future and Metro. And that's the wrong two to have a beef with if you about to have Kendrick Lamar on that beat.
Yeah,
You see?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So hey, you got what up because you was in the car, man. You shouldn't have been over there.
And does Kendrick have a right to feel that way? Like, hey, bro, you doing this whole song with my op. You're doing a tour with my op. Like,
All right. So if we friends, and you kicking it with the ops, we not friends.
Yeah,
Like that.
yeah, that's real.
That was
Like, cause like I'm not gonna know, like if stuff really get crazy out here, I'm not gonna know if you with me or you
Yeah.
with them. Like
that's
so,
half of 50 beefs. That's
right.
how
So
all
I'm
50
like,
beefs
hey,
started.
I'm gonna assume it's I'm gonna assume you with them. If you in the car with them, I'm gonna assume you with them. Like,
Yeah.
and that's all it's ever gonna be. So the second, because for years they kind of had like this quiet alliance, like Kendrick and Cole had this quiet alliance. Kendrick kept showing up on Cole projects and there's little features and hooks. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. But then
there was rumors about them doing something together.
yeah, a whole little joint project. But then what happened? Cole finally did a song with Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like after their feud. You know what I'm saying? That first person shooter was the first time that we really saw like Cole hop outside with Drake. You know what I'm saying? On a record. And Kendrick was like, all right, that's it. Not y'all playing chess out here. Like not like y'all running the chessboard. Nah, y'all ain't about to do that with me. Stop playing with me. Like you ain't about to play in my face, Jermaine. Like
Audemars government.
straight up. I got it. Like as soon as I saw that, I got it. Y'all know J. Cole introduced Dre to Kendrick. I don't care.
Right.
You can't, that don't got nothing to do with that.
You my eye.
Thank you. But you with the ops now. Like, we ain't cool.
Right.
Nah,
And
y'all too buddy.
what did y'all think about the verse? Because I heard a lot of breakdowns about the verse and all this triple entendre stuff. Do y'all think that Kendrick is like really writing that deep, or is it just all surface bars and then people are reaching now like, oh yeah, he meant this and that?
I think it's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if he's that, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if he like way up here with it. It's like, dang, I didn't even think of that. Like, I don't think it's that.
He's
But
like, yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't, because I think if he watched some of them breakdowns, he'll be like, dang, I ain't even think about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do like think that, but I also don't think it's basic either. Like, I think that some of it is intended to be, like the K with all these nines, Pet Cemetery line. I think he planned that. You know what I'm saying? I think he planned like Coffin, the bar about Coffin. Like those, I rap, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like the high level stuff that some of these people be talking about, like, I'm like, y'all gotta cut the cap, bro. Like, just relax. Just relax.
What's this one here? Right here, look. Y'all think Cole did what he did on first person shooter to respond to Drake, acknowledging him on stage as one of the greatest?
Maybe. I mean, but maybe we don't know we being manipulated though. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe like somebody like gas you up real quick and it's like, oh man, he really is my friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now you caught up. Like you in the middle of something you shouldn't have been in the first place. Like, I don't know. Maybe.
Hold on, yeah. It wouldn't even be a show if we didn't get this comment right here.
This is none of our business.
Hello. You gotta love Kyle, man.
That's right.
Jared's just like,
It wouldn't even be a show
man.
if Kyle didn't say that, yo.
Oh man.
On the That's Not Christian podcast.
Right.
That's crazy.
All right, so does Drake respond?
Of course he does.
Of course, not a full record.
Nah. But of course he does.
On
It's
his
his MO.
album.
It's his
On his
MO.
album,
He
Little
always
Sneak
does.
This is.
Yeah, that's what he does. I mean, I think what people don't realize is like nobody stands to lose in this. Like, this is all attention. This is all attention.
Facts.
Like, I'm pretty sure after that Kendrick diss, the views and streams on First Person Shooter went up.
Mm-hmm.
They went up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Kendrick wasn't the only person that benefited from the energy that came from the records. Like, because then you got people that are weirdos that go to the First Person Shooter video and they start commenting. Oh, when it's Drake gonna respond, when it's going, like, that's what happens. So they all should be like low key, like handshaking each other. Like, it's like, we did it, guys. Like Beyonce and Jay-Z did Lemonade and 444. Then they did the Carter's album. It was like, guys, we did it.
We got him.
Like,
They probably are.
we got them, guys. You know, and because people don't know, like your boy said, it really ain't none of our business. But I'm gonna talk about it though. So how about
Right.
that? Like, I don't know nothing. Like, I'm not a part of the big three. You know what I'm saying?
But you said that J. Cole was going on tour, and he's not. He was supposed to, but then he pulled out because now he's focusing on his album.
Oh,
So
is J. Cole gonna send shots?
No.
At all?
No.
maybe.
No.
What if he sent shots to Drake?
I just think that, like, what you're gonna see from Cole is like he's gonna have what's that joint he did where he had that verse about Kanye, where he didn't really talk about Kanye, but he was talking about Kanye. I forgot. Nobody ever told me it would be like
false
this.
prophets.
Be like, yeah, false prophets. Like, it was kind of like, I think it'll be that. Like, and Cole will probably find some poetic way to say, you know, hey, I got these two friends who not really cool with each other. I just want them to realize they great type stuff.
Yeah.
And then he'll be the kumbaya.
He's too
And-
positive.
Kumbaya.
Yeah, I think that's what he's gonna be. Like, I don't. Yeah, that's what he is. I mean, but y'all don't want my opinion on Cole in general, but like, I feel like I feel like he's definitely started writing up. Like, he's gotten better in the last couple of years. Like, as an MC, he's gotten a lot better. He's been on a tear of late. But it's just not his MO to like bring traffic and attention around, you know, like disses. Like, that's not his thing.
Yeah, that the Switch mentioned it, and False Prophets was the only one that came to mind that got to really think that, you know, came to mind that I could really think like he's really talking about somebody or, you know, subbing somebody. You know?
Right. It's not many.
Yeah.
He don't do that.
Yeah.
That ain't his thing. No, Kendrick, that's his thing.
Every time.
And he's actually a lot more direct than most people.
But now Drake has gone at Meek.
He can't
He's
do
gone
that
at
with
Pusha.
He can't do that with Kendrick.
But with Kendrick, I feel like it's gonna be an uphill battle because I feel like Drake runs off the narrative, right? Like the narrative with Meek was, you know, you living off the clout of Nicki Minaj, right? You're nothing without her, right? Like this relationship is gonna be over with, right? And then with Pusha T is like he was pushing the narrative that you're not really a drug dealer or kingpin, like you say you are, a gangster.
Right.
But with Kendrick, like what's his approach? There's not really much. Kendrick is pretty much a private guy, right? Like he drops his album and then he disappears. And then it's like you
100%.
don't hear about Kendrick no more. You don't know about his personal life. You don't know what he's doing, right? It's just like very sheltered. So it's gonna be very difficult for Drake unless he sends his like private investigators or he got some kind of inside information.
It's like I said, they all benefit from this beef, man. Like, and it's really not beef, but they all benefit from the headline. Like, Drake probably got a bunch of people lining up to get their camera phones out while he's on tour right now to see if he's gonna say anything.
About they had that speech. Remember that speech?
Yeah, it's like, get in the booth or shut up. Like if you're not gonna rap about it, like, because to me, the only thing that it does for Drake is become a distraction. Like, Drake is still, like, if I had to put them all in three categories, right? Cole, Kendrick, and Drake. Drake is the biggest star. That's the clear thing that he wanted to do. That's what he keeps running with. That's what he keeps telling everybody he is. He's the biggest star. Kendrick is the best artist. He's the most decorated artist. He's the one that is making the best, generally respected content as far as artists concerned. Cole, over the last couple of years, has moved up to be the best, like, arguable rapper of the group of them. And so they're functioning in three different lanes. Like, they can all coexist. But when you got one of them that stunts on people, and you got one of them that, as far as writing up is concerned, now he's starting to be like, nobody raps better than me. That's only gonna make the kids sitting inside watching at you have fun be like, don't play with me. Like, don't play with me. You know what I did on that Control verse. Don't play with me again. Like, because I'll stop the whole world with a verse. Like, and he's proving it. Like, as much as people might, oh, Kendrick makes artsy fartsy music and all that. Yeah, but the world stopped for a day to talk about a verse on a song he wasn't even the main part of. Just that quick. He controlled the narrative. So much so, Big Sean dropped the whole record, man. It was a good record. He did a
Then nobody mentioned this verse.
whole Tiny Desk project, a whole Tiny Desk performance that was dope.
Bro, I missed
Nobody is talking about it.
It was Harry's birthday. Nobody cared about Harry's birthday that day.
Yeah, bro, it was over with, man.
I know too.
That's all I'm saying. Like, Big Sean had a really good Tiny Desk performance. Like, I was actually impressed. I'm like, dang, this is kind of dope. And nobody ain't talking. And then Diddy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was
No
K
Diddy.
Dot and then Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, Big Sean picked the worst time to drop a song. Like, it's like, dog, hey, if you want to bring that back, you wish you
And
could
he
get
had
away,
a couple
huh?
bars about the big three as well, right?
He sure did, and nobody cared because it was like, yeah, but it ain't K-Dot though. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if there's a top five, right? Like, in this era, I've said this to people all the time. Like, you got Drake, you got Cole, you got Kendrick, but then you got Big Sean and you got Future right there. Like, 4 and 5 to me are Sean and Future, like, in this era. And like, because they're the most decorated of all of those other people. Like, and Big Sean, he about to get left out in the cold, bro. Like he picked the
Detroit
wrong
cold.
time, man. Like, God, I feel bad for Sean for real. Cause I like Big Sean, man. I do. I think he dope. But sorry, guy. You dropped it the wrong time.
Yeah, Tommen is everything, man. Yo, you brought up. I'm gonna change the subject a little bit. You brought up your top five. Who's your top five non-rap list?
My top 5 non-rap list.
Yeah, non-hip hop, non-related. Like, who do you listen to? Who's like your
Oh,
top?
okay. Who do I listen to? Okay. I was like, my top 5 non-rap. All right, so I tend to find myself listening more these days to like R&B.
Yeah, you know what? Me too.
Like, your boy is out here wilding.
Yeah,
Like,
he is.
he's out here wilding for
Oh, that's
respect.
normal. That's normal.
Nah, but I would say that as far as favorite artists, I don't really have like favorites. I have people that a lot of times I be listening to rain sounds. I be listening to like white noise.
Yeah.
Like, no cap. Like, people be laughing at me. Like, if you sit in my car, bro, it's instrumentals.
It's just rain
and like rain sounds.
Yo, Eshawn got a rain video up. It's like a 5-minute video.
Bro, I swear, bro, I just want to get like one of them directional mics when it's raining outside and just record outside and throw that joint on YouTube and let that joint spin for like 8 hours, bro.
He's going Andre 3000 round.
Your man got crazy views off of his rain videos and his like snow. Eshawn,
for real?
Yeah, he got like snow videos and rain videos, just ocean videos.
I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Like, Yeah, people don't understand. Like, you know what I'm saying? People out here monetizing the rainfall, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's like yo, that's the wave, bruh. Like, throw that joint on loop
Literally.
for 10. Yeah, man. 5, you know what I'm saying? Because really all you need, if we're gonna keep it a bean, like a 30-minute rainstorm with a microphone.
Mhm.
Bro, you throw that joint in Garage Band, Logic Pro, you know what I'm saying? Throw that in there and loop it.
Yep.
Hey, throw that joint on
Content.
YouTube with like a little cool little like, and matter of fact, just throw it with a blackout screen.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what he
Yeah, that's what he did. No graphics.
Yo, so Jared, you listen to Rain and it soothes you? It's like giving you therapy? Like what's
Nah,
going on?
it's like I have found myself like everything that I listen to is either sped up or
Yes. Yes.
I try to
Sometimes.
not listen to anything. Like when I'm
Sound like
like
Jimmy.
doing my little Devo or whatever, like bro, I swear if I like you know how some people be like, I listen to inspirational music when I'm doing my devotional, like spirit lead me where my trust. Like, fam, I can't like I don't want y'all talking while I'm talking to God. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all
Right.
be quiet. Like
Right.
so it might be some like ambient sound or something like that, just with some little strings in the background. And
Mm.
low key, I be out here, you know what I'm saying, reading, and I be falling into my little prayer language and whatnot. I be like, oh, this is getting good to me. But like I can't do the
And then you get a
music with
YouTube ad. And
words.
then you get a YouTube ad while you're worshiping right in the middle.
Nah, low key. The like the ones that you'll get the YouTube ads on are the ones that you know are monetizing content, right? But when I'm talking like low key, my playlist, it'll just be like on my Apple Music. So I ain't getting no ads on that.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So I'm just, like, and if I am listening to anything, that is music, like I'm listening to I listen to Lucky Day. I think Cleo Soul is cold.
Leo Soul's dope.
I think Amy Blue is cold. I think Alex Isley is cool. I think she hecka dope. I think who else? Zaya Bell. I think JL is dope. I think I'm putting y'all on. See, I need to be getting y'all pen and paper out. I think Jay Warner is dope. I think her is dope.
Mhm.
Like I just I'll be out here listening to stuff that makes me not feel like I have to compete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like rap, I don't even like rap no more like that. You know what I'm saying? like I don't even like it because it just make me be like I probably listened to maybe 5 rap projects last year. Like 5. Maybe. In their entirety, it's probably closer to like 2 or 3.
Wait, hold up. Now you say 5. Are you saying like you listen to 5 regularly, or you just listen to 5 projects, period? Like I'm not
5
listening
rap
to no rap.
projects, like period.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I can't do it, man. Like
Yeah.
it's because first of all, like when you put your 10,000 hours in,
Mhm.
you ain't worried about somebody else 10,000 hours, bro. Like
Right.
I don't want to hear your process no more. Like I'm like because I know how much rap music I had to listen to get 10,000 hours in.
Right.
Like so you got to like now it's about what story are you telling me? Like where are you taking me? Like I don't care if you rap good anymore.
Right.
Like, okay,
That
I
should be a
rap real
starting point,
good.
right?
It's like people be talking about like, I don't care if you the coldest rapper. Like, bro, I got a 8-year-old and a 6-year-old at the crib and a wife that don't even like rap music. What do I care about you being the best rapper for? Like, that don't do nothing for me. Like, it's
Right.
like, okay, what I'm gonna do? All right, kids, hold on. Let me put the Superman cape on because somebody said they rap good. Like, I don't. Like, yo, you got to give me something better than that. Like, that's so who are you? Like, don't just tell me what you
What's
do.
your story? Yeah.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
Is that kind of what led to the inspiration of this album that you just dropped recently?
No.
He said no, not at all.
No, not at
that
all.
deep.
I'm just asking because I heard some bars. I heard some bars about hip hop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
About how you feel
That
about
was
hip
the
hop.
breakup. I like that joint.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I
Appreciate
heard
it.
some bars about CHH, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
so
it's so funny, man. Like, all right, so now we having that conversation. All right.
Yeah.
we're gonna dive into that.
All right, talk to me nice. All right, so So the principle that I came from with the whole idea was just like, I think that low key God, and this is gonna sound like a controversial statement, and it's not. God is competing for our time and our attention,
Mm-hmm.
because everything around us is, convincing us that we need to spend less and less time with God. I definitely would put my hat down on an idea that says, whatever you place your focus in is going to minister to you.
Mm-hmm.
And like when you look at your phones and you check your screen time, go check it. See how much time you really spend on your phone. Like, and then really see how much time you spend on social media and see how much time you spend on all of these other things. Like those are things that that God is competing with oftentimes.
Mm-hmm.
And so if we're going to throw our hat into the music space as Christian writers, as Christian rappers, as Christian singers, like, bro, it at least has to be competitive. Like, because what we're doing is offering an alternative to the stuff that they're already preoccupied by. So I got to be something special to make you stop listening to what you're doing to pay attention to me for 2.5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to be able to compete with that. Like, not necessarily bar wise, but sonically, creatively, artistically, I have to be able to create a competitive product, because your patterns, your lifestyle, your day-to-day is already saturated with so much stuff. Your attention is already preoccupied by so much stuff. So to me, like, talk to me nice is really just like, all right, well, for this little 35 to 40 minutes, I'm gonna make sure that I give you something that hopefully takes your attention away from the foolishness you listening to and paying attention to, and focuses more on something that is able to, while you sitting here, you might as well get the gospel. You know what I'm saying? Like, while you sitting here, you might as well hear about Jesus, as opposed to the nonsense that you probably partaking in. So that's what it was.
Yeah. Yeah. That's one of the things I liked about the album, was that you get your bars, but there was a lot of talk about the gospel and Jesus. You know what I mean? It didn't sound like a CHH album, but the content was Christian content.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
And then you definitely took us through a journey, right? From
Right.
the beginning, from the morning Devo, and then you went to 300ZX, which is like one of my favorite joints. You probably get that a
I
lot,
appreciate it. Appreciate it.
that joint, that's going on the workout playlist right there.
Word.
Yo, but I wanted to go back to Morning Devo, because you talked about your experience. How you said you had lost your job, is that right? And that's
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you met Biz, and he kind of
Yeah.
was like pushing you to write.
Yeah.
Did you have you shared that story before? Because I'm not too familiar with that. I don't think I heard that before.
Yeah, I've shared it before. I think it was back in, we talking now, back in, so my daughter was born in 2015. So 2015, I was working for the government,
Mm-hmm.
and they ended up doing some corporate cutbacks, and I was one of the casualties of war.
Mm-hmm.
And so I remember, like I was in a little Telegram chat with GOM, and I hit him. I was like, yeah, man, I just got laid off. And I didn't know what to do at that point. You know what I'm saying? I kind of was like, all right, well, I got a new baby here. I got a whole wife, you know what I'm saying? And we out here trying to get this thing really kicked off, because we had just been married for maybe a year. So like, we really got tested in marriage like super early.
Yeah.
And then some time passed, like maybe like a week or two passed, and I was trying to figure out, I was like, I'm gonna go on unemployment and blah blah blah. I'm gonna do that. But then Biz hit me up and was like, hey bro, do you want to go on tour? Because the second half of the tour was about to kick off. So they had just finished the West Coast run, and they was about to pop up in like Kansas or something like that. And I was like, all right, yeah, cool. And he was like, yo, you got any music? Randomly, like a couple days later, he said, you got any music? I said, yeah, I got some music. He said, like, go finish it up. And what we'll do is we'll do a mixtape. And then what I'll do is I'll put it up for pre-order, and people that want to donate, like the money from the mixtape, I'll just give it to you.
Wow.
And like, so we did Versatility at that time. So Versatility ended up being like 17 records. Like, so from the time I left the job to the time of tour, like probably
You
like 2.5
dropped 17
weeks.
songs.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I got in the studio and got to work. So that's where Versatility came from. And that's what Biz was Brody on that one, man. He kind of gave me a good leg up.
Yeah, yeah, and that was dope. That to hear that on the, because I noticed that this is through RMG. It's not through GOM, but
Right.
I thought it was dope that you kind of gave him his flowers
Yeah.
on the record. You know what I mean? And then that 300 Z joint, man. That joint, like I was mobbing in traffic through that joint, like on repeat.
Yeah, that beat drop.
Right,
Crazy.
right. When that beat drop, that's
It's
crazy,
wild.
bro.
It's
And then
wild.
the story, of course. You know what I mean? I
I
got
tell
bits
you,
and pieces of it just from the chat that that we're in. You know what I mean? I put pieces together just from from your testimony and stuff.
Yeah.
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 It was really dope. I'm sorry, Switch. I didn't mean to cut you off. You was gonna say something?
no, it's all good. I was just gonna say, like, the first 5 tracks was so hard for me to get through the album because I kept repeating them joints.
Going back.
Like, I kept going back. It was one of those albums, like the first 5 joints, I'm still stuck on these, and I haven't even listened to the.
Yeah.
So eventually I did, but I just wanted to say that, like, it sucks when you. Sometimes it's like the best thing, but sometimes it sucks because it's like, yo, I gotta play that again. Wait, what did he say? Like,
Right.
Like,
Right,
No, that's
especially
love.
with Jared spitting, because you know what I mean. You really got to listen to what he's saying. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because he's saying a lot. Yeah, but that was definitely one of my favorite joints. And then you did the Kobe joint right after that, right? Kobe.
Yeah. Kobe's back.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good.
Kobe, and then what is it? DRC,
DCR.
Yeah.
DCR,
Yeah.
another one which you just released. Did you
You get
release?
the visuals
No,
for.
you did the visuals for.
Yeah, that just dropped.
Yeah.
I have a-
Yeah.
I have a quick
I'm
question
sorry.
about DCR, if it's okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
So in it, you said, but then again, I thought about what Sho Baraka said. What did he say?
Okay, so Sho Baraka had this like little satire. It happened a couple months ago. Well, now it was last year, but he had a satire where he was talking about things that Christian hip hop needs. And he did it in the Sho Baraka way. It was actually really funny. But when he said it, it really kind of like offended No Big Deal. You know what I'm saying? So it offended him, and like I kind of got both points, but I'm quickly becoming an old head. So like I listened to what Sho said, and I was like, how could anybody be mad at this? This is actually like hilarious. But for whatever reason, Dill was not feeling it, and you know what I'm saying, a lot of the people on that side of the coin, they maybe they felt some kind of trigger or some like nah, here goes another old person saying what young CHH isn't doing, and you know, like I think he felt some type of way like that. I took it as like comedy and humor. Like I didn't take it like Sho Baraka was trying to like indict anybody.
Gotcha.
But I spoke on it in a way that it was like, I mean, I thought about what Sho Baraka said and Dilly's response, and I was thinking, let's be friends. Like because I didn't think it was that deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then
You took the cold approach.
well, I just low key, I just didn't think it was deep at all.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, why y'all mad? Like, laugh a little. Like, he's not
Why so serious?
Sho Baraka ain't gatekeeping y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could go out here and make whatever music y'all want. Sho Baraka can't tell people not to listen to you. And beyond that, the people that Sho Baraka talking into, they probably don't even listen to you anyway. So what you mad for?
Right.
Well,
Like-
what were the things that he said that CHH
Okay,
needed?
he said one. I remember one of them. He said they gotta up their vocabulary. He was like he said the vocabulary is trash. He said like if y'all don't go to nobody's church, you should not be a Christian rapper.
Okay, I agree with that one. I agree.
There was some truth to what he was saying though.
Yo, it was humor and truth, and I was like,
that's comedy, right?
like whoever let him, like it's kind of like if the shoe fits, wear it. But I didn't feel like Dill was the one. Like I felt like Dill was kind of putting on the Superman cape, trying to defend people that like Sho Baraka wasn't even talking about, because what happened is Dill started naming like his friends. You know what I'm saying? Like people he's cool with, like, what about this person, this person, this person? I was like you're not doing your argument any favors by naming people that you cool with. Like, because I don't think Sho Baraka is talking about the people that you cool with,
Right.
and that you have a personal relationship with. I think he's talking about some of the people that even you would agree with. Yeah, some of these people can have a better vocabulary. Yeah, some of these people need, and he was talking about, yeah, we need to bring back festivals and invest in, other Christian festivals so that they have more than just one or two places to go.
Right.
Like, he was talking about things that I felt like were beneficial.
Right.
He just said it in a funny way.
Right.
And so I was like, all right, let's be friends. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. Like, y'all, why y'all mad? Like, we don't need to be like this. So there was that. And DCR was just fun because I've always, I like to believe I'm somebody who speaks to something in a way that it may be convicting, but I'm not about to like drop the sledgehammer on your helmet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna say it in a way where it's like, if you think about it, it's kind of stupid. Like I present it in a way where it's like, if you think about it, you probably don't need to be doing that. Like all the way down to how I critiqued what I'm seeing in CHH with how people's, reels look and their profiles look and the type. It's like, yo, it all look the same. Like, if Mark Zuckerberg decided right now to be like, yo, this is lame. Like, what y'all gonna do?
Right. Yeah.
What y'all gonna do? Like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? That's not hate. Cause I distanced myself from the space for almost 4 years. So I see, like, I'm somebody that when I was doing what I was doing, the one take reels, like I was doing that back in 2019. Like, I was doing that then. Like, and the only people consistently in our space that were doing it was Nobody and Toby Nwigwe. You know what I'm saying? So I remember the beginning of that. And then you start seeing, like, after COVID, during COVID, there was a lot of people that started kind of picking up steam doing that. They picked up steam when I stopped. And that's not, obviously they didn't do that in response to me, but I noticed that a lot of the people that I was way ahead of, in this time in 2020, like, they started creeping up. And here I am just like, well, I'm liking my family right now. I don't feel like wanting to rap right now.
Right.
And like, I almost like low key was like retired. You said like, so it was, DCR was really just an observation. Like, hey, stop DMing me, giving me a compliment if you just want to ask me for a feature. Stop doing that. I don't even like you. Like, I don't like rap music enough for you to compliment me on my rapping ability just to ask me for a feature. Like, I don't like rap enough. Like, and beyond that, like, I tell people all the time, like, I mean, I'm not interested, but this might,
Yeah. It's gotta be mutually beneficial.
like, I might
Change your mind.
consider it, like, because these bills got to be paid. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and really, it's not even about the money. It's about the time that you can't buy back. So in essence, what people do to accumulate wealth and generational wealth is, what you're doing is you're getting this wealth to buy back your time. That's really all you're doing. You're accumulating this wealth to buy back your time. It's the reason why people they buy prepackaged meals, because now you don't have to cook it in the kitchen. Like, you don't have to prep the food like that. Oh, why do you get housekeepers? Well, because I don't feel like cleaning my house. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like taking the hours to do it. So you buy back the time. And so when it comes to, doing features and stuff like that, I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'll do it, but you're gonna pay for it, because I can't get that time back. You know what I'm saying? So it's got to be worthwhile. So I just felt like, as a emerging old head in the Christian hip hop space, I was like, nah, let me just go ahead and let y'all know right now, like, I don't like y'all enough to want to do a record with you. So But if you call with a little coin, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
a little Bitcoin or something.
Yeah,
Right?
I'll consider it. You know what I'm saying?
Little Ethereum or something. Maybe we can have a conversation.
I'll consider it. Yeah.
Speaking
And
of
you take the compliment too, or not? They be like, "Yo, I'm gonna send you some bread, and I
Bro,
like
these
your
dudes,
cars."
bro, this dude hit me like today. He was like, "Hey man, I think you're an amazing rapper. Can you listen to my song?"
he got left on red.
You watching right now.
Right.
And it's
Oh, man.
and it's not even about him.
Mhm.
Like I said, I don't listen to rap like that. The last thing I want to hear is somebody else rapping.
Mhm.
Like I'm like, bro, I listen to my raps enough for mixes and mastering purposes, bro.
Mhm.
So my quota is full. Like I don't want to hear you rapping. Like I might when Nicole drops the fall off, I'll probably listen to that one time.
Mhm.
But generally speaking, people be like, "Yo, did you hear that project?" No, no, I didn't. Like, but if you ask me, did I hear that new like Cleo Soul or something like that? I'd be like, yeah, I heard that joint. Like, that's a whole different conversation, though.
Yeah. Yeah, that's facts. That's so true. We get hit with links and stuff like that all the time. It's like, bro, I can't. Like, I don't got the time. I got goals, bro. I can't do it.
Like,
You know what I'm
come
saying?
on, man. Like, why y'all? You think I want to set aside 3.5 minutes of my day to hear about your problems?
All right.
All right,
Oh, that's because you got the single, bro. We get hit with albums. You know what I'm saying? It's like
yo, the single,
it's like
the
I don't.
album,
And
they
the
be
crazy
like,
thing
yo,
is like
check out my mixtape. I'm like,
I don't even know you.
I don't even
Yeah.
know you.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I don't
talking
even
about.
listen to my own homies' whole projects unless like you got to be my man 100 grand
Right.
for me to be like, yeah, let me set aside this 57 minutes
Mm-hmm.
to listen to what you got to talk about.
Right.
Like I better be on a walk
Yeah.
or on a long trip.
Yeah.
Like, cause if not, I'm not. And to keep it a bean with you, there's times where I'll listen, I'll catch midway through the 4th or 5th song, and I'll start thinking about goldfish. It's over with. Like that moment is gone. It's gone.
He said, "Did I water the plants today?"
Yo, it's gone. Like it's like, man, these trees are really pretty. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. All right, you turn the white noise, man. All right, on to the rain sounds.
Now we'll get back more into the album, but speaking about talking about not listening to hip hop, is that got something to do with, because I know you mentioned this in the chat, and I don't know if you want this to be public, but
What?
you being busy, right? Because you have a couple investments, right, that are
Yeah.
out there, and
Yeah.
you're always preoccupied. I'm pretty sure you're preoccupied with that. So is that kind of the reason why you're like, I don't got time really for entertainment or this or that, or I want to focus more on, like you said, buying your free time back, right?
This
Yeah,
this dude said, "I don't want to put your business out there, but I know you got a lot
I don't wanna put
of
your
but I know you
business
get
out
into the
there,
bag."
but I know you get into the bag. You know what I'm saying?
Send that. No, I'm just
I say this, like, it ain't even that. Like, cause I'm not you know how you got like people that are like day traders and they're obsessed with the market numbers and all of that.
Yeah.
I'm not. I pay attention to the trends. I'll pay attention to the interest change, like the percentage of interest change. I look at the price change. Like if you start to see the trajectory of interest and price go like this, buy. Like, because what's happening is you're seeing interest go like this and you're seeing price go down. So now you're going to have that meeting where they intersect. And when they intersect, you're starting to pay attention to market trends. You're starting to pay attention to social awareness. So those are the places that I interact with. But a lot of day traders, they'll try to hop into a stock and jump in for like 10 minutes and then hop out $17,000 richer. I don't have the energy for that.
Mhm.
I'm gonna keep it a bit. I ain't got the energy to be glued to no screen like that. But what I'll do is I'll pay attention to what's happening in the government. I'll pay attention to what the agendas on the political circuit are looking like. Okay, so they're all right, clean energy. All right. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? That's what they investing in.
That's what
All right.
Pelosi
You
bought.
see that? There we go. Like now, like those are the things I pay attention to more than anything. But beyond that, like when it comes to that, it's like real estate, like Airbnb, you know, stuff like that, and more or less being a listing agent for Airbnb and stuff like that. Those are the things that I'm interested in. Like hearing, like I'm sorry, I'm just tired of the same old raps, man. Like it does nothing for me. Like and that's really what it is. So my lack of love for hip hop is two things. It's an awareness of what's happening and what's being promoted, but another part of it is being so aware of what's promoted and realizing that just doesn't interest me anymore. Like it just don't interest me. Like I don't like Sexy Red got nothing to say to me. Like like at all. Like so
Yeah.
I'm not about to like I'm not I don't even know what none of that means. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like it like I'm a whole heterosexual male. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care about what you're doing with your coochie. I don't care.
Mhm.
Like, it does nothing for me. Like, like
Yep.
I'm married. Like
Mhm,
Mhm.
I can have mine regularly. I'm not worried about what you got to say about yours. Like
Mhm.
mhm,
I'm not concerned with what Kai Cenat is talking about.
Mhm.
I'm not concerned.
mm,
I'm not 22 years old. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like I got little kids who out here excited to see Luca. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what my day. Like I don't even get to watch regular TV.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like what you got to say to me, dog? Like I don't care about the whip you driving, bro.
Mm,
That don't do nothing for me. Like,
right,
like I'm
right.
trying to get my dream home. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to make sure that we in those kind of situations so that
Mhm.
the house that the town home that we were in is we got paid off. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Like there. Now we have one way to say we have generational wealth.
Mhm.
Saying that's one avenue. Now we can move to something else. Now we can use the money that we were spending on that mortgage to put that away to buy this, to put this away to go. Like that's what I'm worried about. So I'm
mhm,
sorry. Like what Drake is on and Cole is on, I don't care. They not educating me, man.
mm.
Like they just entertaining.
Yeah.
And I don't. All right. Next.
Got no time for that.
Word.
I feel that.
Um, one of the things that interested me when it came to your album, when I saw it up on the feed, was this cover.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I was like, "Whoa, I need to check this out." So tell us, first of all, how did this concept come up, and who made
Yeah.
this art? If it was you, and yeah, everything about it.
Nah, I actually got to the point where I was inspired like by like looking at Banksy artwork.
Mm.
And I thought Banksy has some really cool art. And I was like, what's gonna get the people talking? You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, how about this? How about Jesus like smiling? You know what I'm saying? Says our Borgia, if you want to be a hater, how about he just be smiling with the cops? You know what I'm saying? Got him in cuffs and he just chilling. I was like, yeah, that kind of it gets the people going. You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause, we're living in this time low key where it's not always cool to be a Christian, man. Like it's not always cool. It doesn't feel like it's almost to the point where
Mhm,
it's like, you know, saying things like Jesus is king or Jesus is Lord or like low key. Like you hear even old girl Candace Owens out here, they saying that is like being anti-Semitic. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm a just smile. Like I'm a smile with all the haters going on. And I felt like low key, I also feel like that's probably how Jesus would be rocking. You know what I'm saying? He'd be like, oh, okay, y'all wanna take me to jail? All right, go in peace. You know what I'm saying? Like la 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 la. Like so I just felt like that would be like something cool to talk about. And I felt like it would be a cool piece. Like honestly, like I might end up making that like doing like a limited run so I could throw that as like a painting. Like let people just put that in their crib. You know
Let's
what I'm saying?
go.
Like
I want
outside
it.
of just outside of just merch,
Let's
just felt
go.
like a painting. Like have somebody
Yeah.
paint that joint, put it on the wall.
Yeah, I want it. Let me
That'd be
know
fire.
when it's out.
Yeah, for sure.
He said pre-orders up tonight.
Word,
Right? Right?
word.
What's up
I
with
have a
Oh, go
oh,
ahead.
sorry, switch.
Nah, go
If
ahead.
you're
Ladies
okay,
first.
okay. I have a question. How did you go about the beat selection for this project, or
Yeah.
were there certain producers that you work with or that you did work with on certain songs and things like that?
Yeah, you was gonna make you laugh. It's like I've never done this before, but I actually went on YouTube and started typing up type beats.
I'm not mad at that at all.
Right.
And like low key, I was like, and I'm kind of driven by where my mind is at the time. And I kind of did something in reverse. So normally when I create albums, I make mixtapes first to kind of get the shot form right. So I'm kind of putting shots up to get muscle memory. What ended up happening actually for this creative process, it happened in reverse. So I would say that from May the 22nd of last year until December the 22nd of last year, like I wrote and recorded 65 songs after 4 years of absence in a 7-month span. I
Fire.
was like, all right, so we're gonna do this. But I had to make the album that's to come, that I alluded to at the end of Talk to Me Nice, called Famous Enough.
Mhm.
Like I had to create that one first because that one is significantly more introspective, significantly more personal. Like that's not rapidy rap Jared. That is like the autobiography of Jared Sanders. So but I had to do some real purging, to get to making that album in its completion, because I'm talking about some real things. And after that, I was like, man, the weight is off my shoulders now. So I felt like I had some of these beats that I did for Talk to Me Nice. I was just sitting on them because I knew that I couldn't write to them until I got out the story I had to get out with Famous Enough. And it just so happened that right after that, like everything else took off. I was like, all right, I can have fun. That's when Kobe's Back came. That's when, Morning Devo came. That's when 300ZX came. That's when came. Like all of those records got written like officially within a 30-day period. Like, and this is Talk to Me Nice Volume 1 and 2, because Volume 2 is coming next. So like all of them joints were just the rap should be fun part that just happened to come after Famous Enough was done. So I found myself more inclined after Famous Enough was finished with stuff that sounded more contemporary and modern, as opposed to the soulful, jazzy, alternative stuff that I was already working on with Famous Enough. So I was typing in type beats, and I just kind of sat on them for a long time, and and then I just found them. But I'll never do that again. I'll never do a type beat ever
Why?
again.
Why?
It's because they're like low key like the prostitutes of the internet. Like you not the, like when you typing in type beats, you're not the only one typing in type beats.
Right.
So now other people all over the internet, they want the same girl you want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and she done probably been bought too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And she didn't, you know what I'm saying, and bought cheap.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, you know what I'm saying? Low key, she out here. You put Talk to Me Nice out. I put Talk to Me Nice out. People's like, yo, I use that beat too. And it's like, yo, I'll fight you, dog. Like,
That's my record.
Fight over this beat.
that's my
Right.
girl, man. Shut up.
Right.
Like, so like, yeah, I'll probably never do it again. Like, if I ever do a project after this again, like I'm working with a producer, we building something from scratch. I'm not doing no more. The only beat that was not a type beat was
I
Like,
was gonna ask that specifically. Who produced that beat?
yeah, J Dot Music produced that joint. And he sent me a batch of beats. And like when I heard the bum, 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 like before the drums kicked in, I was like, what is this? I almost skipped it. Like, cause at first I was like, oh, this is cool. He's on his reggae vibe. But the drums came in and I was like,
Mhm.
Help me. Like this is what I'm missing. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, I went crazy. I think I recorded that like that night. Just trying to get it out the way. Because I was just on a really dope energy from working on the Talk to Me Nice records.
Yeah, that's dope. That joint. You know what I like about that? When you drop the video for it. I know like
Ah,
back in the day when you see the video, that always if the video was dope, it always made you like the joint even more.
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
That's what it did. Like you see the visual, like let me go back to it and listen.
yeah.
Yeah, it give you that type of vibe to it. Like, oh, that's even better now. You got the little
Word.
dope bit. Yeah,
Visuals, yep.
yeah.
Yeah. Kid Nick did his
Uh-huh.
thing on that.
That song was my favorite song on the project because of the beat.
He said,
Well,
"Oh
if
man,
that's
I
a
got Jared on here. Boo! What up, Mitch? Don't listen to Mitch. He did a whole live listen to the project, so he out here trolling.
Nah.
Yo,
nah, but
Brike, was that a compliment or a
Yeah,
diss?
it was. It was.
No, it's a compliment. It
I only
really
liked it
is.
because of the beat, not because
No.
of your lyrics.
Right.
No, I'm saying that
Yo,
was
why
my
y'all say
favorite
it like
song.
that? I ain't even hear it like that. Like, now y'all making me offended. Like, wait a minute, did she really say that?
No,
Like,
don't be like no big deal getting offended over the comment that wasn't even meaning that.
Intended that way, right?
Yo, I
Yeah,
like
No,
the
it was
beat.
the whole project was good, but
Yeah.
I mean, when you're saying that you don't listen to rap, I really don't listen to rap like that.
right,
So,
right.
I mean, and I listened to this whole album all the way through, and I thought it was really good. Like the
Yeah,
whole thing was
fire.
good, but that one because I'm a producer, like I liked that beat a lot, and I was
Yeah.
like, I wonder who made this beat, or if he just got a type beat. Like I really was wondering that.
Oh
So
nah,
that's
nah.
cool
That's
that was
the one
that
that
beat
was not a
specifically
type
was the
beat.
one. I could
Right.
tell. I felt
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's a
I felt
difference.
it.
It's a difference. Yeah, it's a difference, man. Them type beats, you know what I'm saying? Like I won't even go on YouTube ever again. Like if I put a type, nah, I'm never doing it
Never,
again,
ever,
man.
ever, ever.
Nah,
It's
because
hard
what
because
happened
so
with
many of
type
them are
beats,
fire.
yeah, but
yeah.
like what happens with type beats too is like I'll sit on beats for a while sometimes. And like I said, I had some of these beats for like well over a year. And I just couldn't start writing until I started writing. And so some of them joints got sold. You know, some of them joints you couldn't even get the stems for no more. Like they done bought the girl, you know what I'm saying? Like the girl done fell off the market. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like, so I had to find new beats, and I can't do that, man. Like, I ain't got the energy for it no
Too much
more,
work.
man. It's too much work. This 2024, man.
Right. What went into the feature selection? Because you had very limited features on this album.
Yeah, I'll say this. Like, that was intentional. Like,
Mhm.
I didn't want my reintroduction to be full of features. Like,
Mhm.
I wanted people to remember, like I'm back outside. Like,
Mhm.
you forget about like all that. Like the homies were the only people that was on the project. Like Mission was a
That
homie.
was a dope record. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
dope,
that joint did that's the best performing record. Like the joint
Mhm.
with me and Mish. Yeah, Blessing is definitely the top performer. Like I think that record alone hit 100,000 streams by itself.
Wow.
Um, and then see
Back Up.
Back Up is the joint with me and Sayla and Will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like assault and battery on that joint.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just wanted the gritty CHH guys
That's
to
like
know I'm
Ocean's
outside.
11. Yeah.
I just wanted them to know I'm outside. Don't play in
Okay.
my face.
Let's go.
That's all that was.
What made you so this is released, this is not released on the GOM, this is released
RMG.
by RMG Amplified, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Any reason for that? Is there, you just decided this is the direction you wanted to go to with, or like,
Yeah. Now, I would say this. Like, I still have a project obligation with GOM, but I knew that I also had, when I joined GOM, I came with the intention that I was gonna have something on my own. The whole goal was like, hey, I'm here. I need you to help me get my own label established.
Mhm.
RMG Amplify just happened to offer me an offer where they were like, hey, if you do, have us be your distributor, then we'll also help facilitate your label. The splits were
Nice.
favorable. The back channel support was favorable. The overall deal was favorable. So I was like, why not? I mean, and beyond that, I also looked at it like, if I am releasing another project with GOM, there's no such thing as a timetable. There's no such thing as overwhelming people with music in 2024. Like
Right.
there's no such thing as like the need for like this drawn out rollout. So if I am disappeared for 4 years and I come back outside and this next project is a GOM project, like it doesn't perform as well as it will now with me building momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so it's more beneficial for me to drop Talk to Me Nice and then Talk to Me Nice Volume 2 before the project with GOM. Because now my platform is bigger.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so for
Spanish
me,
audience.
yeah, I was like, I got 4 albums worth of work.
Wow.
Like we're gonna
Be here for a minute.
yeah, we're gonna be here all year. Like
Yeah.
I told people, y'all getting something once a quarter from me. Like you got your first quarter project with Talk to Me Nice. Your second quarter project is Volume 2, which is probably gonna be in May. Your third quarter project is probably gonna be in August, and your fourth quarter project gonna be in November, December. So
Okay.
so I'm on people's helmet this whole time. You know what I'm saying? So we outside, man.
Jared
We
trying
Now,
to 15 rounds, huh?
now when you say label, you're talking about actually signing other artists. Is that
Yeah.
what we're talking about? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You got
I got
people in
raps.
mind?
I got stupid raps. I got dumb raps, bro. Like
I'm gonna keep it a bean. Like I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm not signing no rapper unless he's like, nah, real talk.
Oh, we getting
Like,
rain sounds. Somebody just record rain sounds.
I got
out
the
here.
illest rain sounds, bro.
I'm trying to find the next Andre 3000 with a flute, bro. Like, y'all gonna mess around. I do have some artists in mind. We already having some conversations.
Let's go.
But I also want to be able to create a platform before I can offer a platform. Like I think where a lot of labels kind of mess up is they don't establish a platform to be able to help somebody else. Like to me, I think you working backwards. If you are signing artists that you're gonna help and they're, they don't get anything from you, like the partnership doesn't benefit them because you become like the artist. Like now I gotta make music so that I can have the funds to financially support somebody else. I think that's a backwards model. Like, because in essence, you're not establishing a business infrastructure. You're incentivizing another artist to sign to you so that you can have a residual stream of income for yourself. Like you're not actually helping them. Like if I got to drop 10 albums to get a budget to help an artist, like I should have never signed them in the first place. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like if I can't offer you anything, why would I do that? So for me, like this is also kind of allowing me to see the back channel, the support, what it takes, what the cost is for radio promo, what the cost is for playlist promo, what the cost is for, video promo, what the cost is for these things, so that when it is time to actually, ink paper with an artist, like I'm like, this is what I can do because this is what I've done. Like with consistency, I could show you the numbers. I could be transparent and say, hey, this, and what I want to do is bring to the music industry, what I want to bring is a level of transparency. Like I want to be able to open the books for the artists so they see, this is what I made, this is what the record made, this is what, like I want them to know, like I'm not trying to shake down your pockets. Like this is the money that was made, this is the money that was spent on promotion, this is the money that was spent to build out your profile, like so that you're not looking at me like I did something that was disingenuous. Like I want people to understand that as I'm offering a platform, I'm educating them so they could possibly become a platform for somebody else. Like the real benefit for me in the business model for Hope is Dope, and I could tell y'all this because I know if somebody else do it, they stole it from me. So so what I want to do is I want to create, like at Hope is Dope Music, everybody eats. So I want to be able to have profit sharing throughout the label. Anybody that's ever contributed to a project, whether it was artwork, whether it was engineering, they get points on the album in perpetuity. Like, so you're not just talking about Like, so the person that if you're doing merch design, you know, most of the merch design people that you see in the marketplace now, you pay them a flat fee. They did their art, they put their time in, they paid you for it, and that's it. Well, what I want to be able to do is say, hey, if you did this merchandise piece, you did this artwork for this piece, when we pressed out these shirts, we pressed out these hoodies, we pressed out these hats that you did the artwork for, you get a royalty for it forever in perpetuity while it's in the marketplace. So whatever that record does, whatever that song does, whatever that hoodie does, whatever that profit is, you get a percentage of the revenue. It's not just something that you're getting on the front end. It's something that you're getting in perpetuity for as long as it's in the store. And that goes all the way down to, like you said, hey, that's really cool artwork. Okay, so then the person who designed that artwork that caused you to look at that artwork, they get a percentage of the record. Because from here on out, one of the main reasons you clicked it is because of that artwork. So they get a credit in perpetuity. Like producers, they get credit in perpetuity. Like, and it's not so that I can maximize my income, but it's so that the people that do work towards something and making something come to fruition all the way from the beginning to the end of the process, they know that they're getting compensated for it in perpetuity. Like, I just don't believe I don't think it's beneficial. And this is what most people do. In essence, what you're doing with the business model now is everybody is, if you buy a beat from a producer, right, you're giving them an advance. In essence, that's basically what you're doing. You're giving them an advance. A producer says, hey, I want $500 for this beat. It's like, okay, here's $500. A lot of times what happens after that business transaction in the current marketplace is they say, okay, so I gave you this beat and the rights to this beat for $500. I want to make sure that I get publishing credit. Okay. What they're doing now, and producers are getting wiser about this now, they're wanting mechanical royalties and points on the record. Most artists aren't offering that if they buy the exclusive rights for the record, though. If they bought the record outright, a lot of times they're not going to give you points on the back end.
Right. You feel it's your record, right?
They're like, I bought it. I can do what I want with it. But what I want to do is form partnerships with producers. Hey, if you did the record, I want to make sure that just like I'm eating off the record, you're eating off the record forever. And I'm not just talking about ASCAP. Like, I'm not talking about BMI. Like, that's cool. I'm talking about the actual mechanical that goes into the record too. Like, so that when those calendar statements come out and your 15% of that mechanical comes in, you're getting your 15% mechanical for the record for as long as it's out. And I think that benefits producers all the way now into the future because of what streaming services allow people to do now. Streaming services allow your catalogs to live on. So if I'm getting a statement, you should get a statement. You produced it. Like, where a lot of artists are trying to cut the line is they'll say, okay, well, I'll give you $1,000 for this beat. Now I can do whatever I want. I don't got to give you nothing on the back end. I don't believe that's a good way to do business. I don't. But you know, to each his own. Hope no music everybody eats.
TNC, we different, man. You know what I mean? You don't get no splits. You don't get nothing, man.
Well, you know, I mean, that's y'all. Hey, y'all gotta get to that hybrid model, dog. Like, I just know for a fact that, you know, even down to like, I feel you. Like, even down to like merch. If I had an artist, you know, and I have merch and I want and I say, hey, y'all could rock something, y'all could post it on your social media, your platform. I want to make sure that you get affiliate marketing kickback. I want to make sure, hey, you posted it, people bought it because they went to you. I want you to get paid off of that too. Like, you're not just wearing my merch, like just a buy-in. So whenever the annual statement come out of the year, you get a bonus. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's how people end up satisfied with their situation, as opposed to just feeling like they're, you know, like, I'm just creating and I'm so great at creating and I'm so good at it and rah rah rah. And the labels are like, yeah, you all right, but meanwhile they, you know, getting paper cuts, you know, on their fingers from counting all the money made that you ain't seeing. You know what I'm saying? I can't bring myself to do that.
Jared on his ace. Everybody eats, B.
He said,
they say you're Oprah.
I don't even know what that means,
but it's provocative.
It's provocative.
Mitch Terrell said Mitch said, "What a coincidence! I just became a producer."
Uh, word. Okay. Them beats probably sound like Casio joints right about now, huh? Them joints sound like bling, ding, 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 ding. Y'all remember when Cassidy was learning how to make beats? And he was on Twitter, like playing his beats, and them joints was like, them joints was straka. Like,
So
but like, I wonder what he sound like now. I hope he kept doing it. I don't know if he did. He probably stopped because people was clowning him too hard.
Yeah, Mitch said they're awful.
Are they still awful though, Mitch? I low key feel like he can't possibly be terrible if he kept doing it from the time that he started like 4 years ago. There's no
1%
way.
better. 1% better. Come on, man.
There's no way he could still be trash. Like, come on, man. Like, not 4 years later, be.
That's crazy.
I don't know.
Nah, they still trash.
maybe.
That's wild.
Yeah. He said no, they're still awful. Was it the same one?
I
I think so.
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
I don't know.
That was Jay. Cool. So where can people find you, Jared?
Oh man, at Jared Sanders, man. Y'all can find me everywhere, man. Just Google me. JeredSanders. Like low key, I really feel like this. I was talking to Doc about this today. Like, yo, I really wish I had like a rapper name. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like branding would be so much easier.
Wait. But you went through a couple of names beforehand, right? Like you didn't start with Jared Sanders. Like
Yeah. I mean, I've been Jared
what
Sanders
was some of
since I
them?
was rapping.
No.
I've been Jared Sanders since I was rapping. I had some ideas
Yeah.
for some
Let
names.
me hear some of them ideas. I want to hear
No, we ain't gonna
make it.
clown
The ones
me.
that didn't make it.
Y'all ain't about to clown me. Like, get y'all bars off somewhere else. Nah. But I'll tell you this. You know, and this will be an exclusive. Like, I'm gonna keep it a bean. Like low key, after this year, I'm probably gonna retire, y'all. Like, for real. Like 100, like 100. And I know that people don't believe that, but like when y'all hear the last album that drops this year, y'all will get it. Y'all will get it. Now, what I'll say in that is this. So that is with a an asterisk. I don't think it's the last time I'm gonna make music.
Okay.
But I think the Jared Sanders brand. No. I just think the Jared Sanders brand, like that's probably gonna go away. Like I'll probably do like if I do a rap project, I'll probably join like a group. Would be like Run the Jewels or something.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, like a Prime or something like that. It'd be me and a producer and like a treat. We'll do something like that.
Okay.
If I do an R&B project
or something.
Yeah, something like that. Or like if I do an R&B project, it'll be under a different name. Like I'm not like because I feel like low key the Jared Sanders brand is like a brand synonymous with rap, and I feel like doing an R&B project, which is in process. I feel like doing it under Jared.
You've been
Sanders.
talking about that for a minute too.
Yeah, I think
you have.
I low key feel like Jared Sanders under that. It's like after all this rap I'm gonna do this year, it's gonna be y'all gonna be like, what? Like 3 Stacks doing it with the flute. Like it's gonna be that all over again. So like I come out with a different name or moniker for that.
Come out with an MF Doom mask or something.
Yeah, maybe I come out like a old boy with the shiesty mask doing that record with Drake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I come outside with that. Y'all know me by the grill or something. But yeah, like I think that run might be over with. Cause I kid y'all not, like Famous Enough feels like Jordan over Byron Russell. Like it feels like Kobe's 60 points in his last game. You know what I'm saying? It feels like, yeah, we good. You know what I'm saying? Like if it like you just lace it. You know what I'm saying? Like it feels like I don't got nothing else to prove. I'm good. Like, and I haven't felt that kind of finality in my career before. Like I've always been to the point where I felt like I had something else to do. I had something else to say. I had something else to Not after this.
Mhm.
After this is like that's why I think it's a statement of finality. I'm famous enough. Like I'm good. Like whatever else comes of this is gonna be what comes of it. But I'm Gucci.
I
Heard
don't
you.
know, man. I don't know. Like you get the feedback for that last joint, man. You know, it might be hard, man. And pause. It might be hard to retire, man. Like
I'm gonna keep it a
Oh, Diddy.
bean.
I
Like,
heard because I heard if you talk if we talking about the same joint, man, that joint like a movie, man. That joint
Yeah.
is like
Mhm.
'cause
yeah,
you said you were transparent, man,
Mhm.
and that joint's like an emotional roller coaster because you're going
it
through
is.
different feelings. You know what I'm
It is.
saying?
It is. It is.
And
It's hands down like that's my magnum opus. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's you know how artists like rappers they want to have like that album.
right.
Like they want that one. The one that you're like that's the one that you can hang your hat on and be like that's it. That's it. Just go ahead roll the credits, B. Like that's it.
Yeah.
Like that's that. So like when that's out and about I'll be like it's like Thanos in the garden at the end of Infinity
Mhm.
War, like picking
Yeah.
fruits and throwing them in the basket, and you just sit on the little porch. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Mhm.
that's what it I don't like I feel peace with that. Like I do got some obligations still. I know that me and Selah said that we're gonna do the Step Brothers project. I gotta honor that, but that'll be
Mm,
under Step Brothers. That won't
mm.
be under, Jared Sanders and Selah. That'll
Wow.
that'll be the Step Brothers project.
That's gonna be
Makes sense.
Me and Daniel Steele and Swoop got a project.
okay.
Wow.
That's gonna be under another name. You know what I'm saying? The R&B joint that's gonna be under another name. So like Jared Sanders,
Mhm.
that is probably gonna like
Retiring.
yeah, like that's probably
Easy.
I'm cool. Like Superman that hung the cape up, bruh. Like, but beyond that though, like outside of all the somber and it's been a long day without you, my friend. Like, we're not doing the Charlie
Yeah.
Puth record now. Like,
Too early.
we're not doing that. So, like, until then, it's upstairs, like all year. Like, until then, it's
Talk
upstairs
to
all
me
year.
nice.
I'm telling y'all, talk to me nice
I
volume
don't
2.
know, man. I heard Riggs say the same thing. I'm gonna retire, and he
Yeah,
kept on.
Riggs don't count because he make beats. I don't. So like I you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm not searching the internet for no type beats no more. So,
He vowed. He vowed never to do that again.
you know what I'm saying? Like when I say I'm done rapping, I'm not going on YouTube looking for no beats. Like I'm Gucci, bruh. But Talk to Me Nice Volume 2 is better than Talk to Me Nice. And
Mm.
so
What?
if y'all like
You mean
Talk
it
to Me
gets
Nice,
better?
bro,
Nah.
I told you it's up all year.
What?
It's up all year.
He
So
said every
yeah,
quarter he gonna drop
Woo!
something every quarter. He said he gonna be hitting you over the head, man.
yeah, that's
All
it.
right,
That's what he
May's
said.
coming. May's around the
Mm.
corner.
Man, indeed.
Yo, he got records, bro.
Yeah. So other than that, man, I'm just happy to be here, man. Thank y'all for y'all time. Y'all can find me on the internet everywhere. Jared Sanders, man. I'm here.
Let's go.
That's what's up.
Fire.
Well,
Switch.
appreciate you coming through, man. Definitely appreciate you having you. I can't believe it was 4 years. Yo, man, you don't got to you don't got to drop a record to come through, man, to the podcast, man. Just
Oh,
so you know.
you know what? I got a couple more hairs in the goatee that's gray right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little wiser. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we could talk about a whole
'Cause-
lot of things. We ain't gotta talk about rap.
No, I know, because you're well read. I know you talk about politics
All the
and
time.
economics and all that. You know what I mean. So you're always welcome to come back, man.
Right on, dude.
For sure.
Word.
So with that being said, we got the scripture today is 1 Corinthians 9:27. It says, "But I discipline my body and keep it under control, lest after preaching to others, I myself should be disqualified." I think that's a great scripture. One thing that to highlight is I discipline my body and keep it under control.
Mm-hmm.
I think we also need to look at what steps you got to take, right? Because sometimes we just think like we need to move off of feeling or emotion, and it's like, nah, you got to discipline yourself. Like you got to get into a routine. You got to do certain things to keep this thing under control. So, anybody that's struggling out there with self control, I know it can be a lot of different things, right? Just think about that. All right. Gotcha.
All right.
Appreciate everybody watching. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't already, and hit the subscribe button. It is completely free and helps us out. If you want to listen to Jerry's music, you could click the first link in the description and in the show notes for the audio only listeners, and the pin comment as well. So we appreciate it. And we'll see everybody on the next episode of the That's Not Christian podcast. Peace.
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 You got something? Go ahead.
No Diddy, no doubt. No Diddy, no doubt. Yeah.